Good morning all. Today we will discuss nationalism in India. As you know that this chapter is very important for your exam. Maximum time we got the question as a 5 mark question, and mostly we will get 2 marks in map points. So if you will know actually in depth the understanding of nationalism in India, mostly 2 marks you will put on your pocket on the board exam. So in the past page what they gave, only one thing is very important, you have to remember that what are the movements happen in the nationalism in India chapter. You can take it non-cooperation movement or civil disobedience movement, or you can take many satyagrahas and all the movements are anti-colonial in nature. Anti-colonial means these movements are against the British government or colonial government. Hope it's clear. The entire chapter I like to divide into 4 parts so that you can remember, and at the time of exam you can make it the revision in a better way. So if you'll go to first part, means in the first part you will find out what happened after the First World War, right? First World War. Then second part is all about the Rowlatt Act. Next we will go for the Khilafat movement and the Jallianwala Bagh incidents. So these things are the concept you will cover in the first part of this chapter. Then if you will go to second part is all about non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement, what is non-cooperation movement, what are the 3 stages Gandhi started the non-cooperation movement. Then we will come to when it is adopted, when it's begun, how the town people, village people, forest people, then plantation worker they join. Then we'll go to the next part, it's all about why Gandhi call of the non-cooperation movement. If we'll come to third part, it is all about the civil disobedience movement. For your information I am telling you from the first, this part is the lengthiest part in the chapter, and if you will find out any turnout of the question, means they will turn the question in a difficult way, you will not found from which part it came, that part will be civil disobedience movement. The civil disobedience movement, first we will see towards the civil disobedience movement, how civil disobedience movement started and moved, Dandi March, then why Gandhi called up the civil disobedience movement, Gandhi Arvind Pact, then why Gandhi again relaunched the civil disobedience movement. Then we will see how the participants saw this movement, like rich peasant, poor peasant. Then we will come to the part of industrialist, industrial worker and women, and why the civil disobedience movement became failure. And we will find out the non-involvement of the Muslims and the Dalit peoples. Then if we'll go to fourth part, the fourth part is all about, we'll find collective belongingness. What are the things are there that connected all the Indians in the single show of patriotism. We'll read about the national song, we are going to discuss about the national flag, then image of Bharat Mata, reinterpretation of history and extract, right? So first we'll go to the first part. For that we'll go to the next page. I told that in the first page we'll go to the First World War. This question usually come as a 3-mark question. Very rare we'll find 5-mark question, but basically 1-mark question and 3-mark question you can guess from this part. So as you know, the First World War started in 1914 and it's extended till 1919, right? So here, what was the condition of India at that time, or what was the expectation of the people at that time? Neither you will find this paragraph as question, and they will tell that justify this sentence that people hope that their hardship would end after the war was over, but that did not happen. But that did not happen, right? They will write this sentence and they will tell that justify the statement. So any question will come related to this, you have to write 3 to 4 point, which is very important, and you can concentrate 1 mark. So many 1 mark question they can from this part. First you will write, the First World War created a new economic and a political situation. What was that economic and political situation? That war, India directly not participated in the First World War, right? But the Britain participated. What at the time, what were the war expenditure? They want to recover by increasing the tax here. The thing is like that I will purchase a AC and I will tell my students, if people stop expenditure on your pocket money, means what is your pocket money, you should not expenditure for your own phone, you should give to me, right? Means every day you are getting 100 rupees or 200 rupees for your lunch or for ice cream or something, I'll tell that I purchase a AC air conditioner and you should give the money to me. Any justification in that? The things are like that only. What happened there, they participated their expenditure, but they recovered by increasing the taxes here, and they increases many type of custom duties also. And over that they introduce new type of taxes, and among them income tax also introduced at that time, and we are continuing still. This is the first point you have to mention when you got the question, what was the condition of India at the time of First World War or at the after the First World War. Second thing, at the time of war periods or war years, the price of the regular things, regular use things became doubled. So it's created a extreme hardship for the common people, and that is all the time proved that common people, they only face lots of difficulties at the time of war, at the time of emergencies and all. Then third point you have to write about the forced recruitment. This one will be a so-called one mark question for you. What is forced recruitment? It's a process by which the colonial government forced the people, basically rural people, to join the army because they need more military at the time of First World War. Then fourth point is all about the food shortage which happened due to the crop failure. From 1918 to 19 and 1920 to 21 we found extreme food shortage due to crop failure. Then fifth point is all about, this was accompanied by an, you will find out in 1921 after the First World War 12 to 13 million people perished, means died in the result of the famine and epidemics. Famine means bhukmari, they didn't get the food, they didn't get the proper adequate and basic necessities of life and they died. Influenza epidemics, I think epidemics is a means you can find it so means nicely, because very near future, near past we face that pandemics, COVID pandemics, influenza pandemics also same symptoms, that running nose, high fever, sore throat and all these things, like that type 1 disease was came and so many people died. And that is the I think 18th century, mean 1921 to 23 all these things happen. And for your information I can tell that just like vaccine and all these vaccine came, that time also N5H1 AstraZeneca one vaccine came, and after that influenza epidemics finished. That doesn't our matter to read. For your information I told 5 points you will write on the First World War things. First is economic and political situation change, that means to recover the war expenditure they increase the tax and they introduce different type of tax and custom duties. Second thing, price increase of the regular things, so it's created extreme hardship. Next thing is all about forced recruitment. Fourth point is all about the acute shortage of food, and last but not least it is that so many people perish due to famine and epidemics, influenza epidemics. Okay, then we will go to the next part. The next part is all about the idea of satyagraha, which is very important. 3 mark question again and 1 mark question and also map point, right? First 1 mark question, when Gandhi returned from South Africa in 1915, right? That year is very important. It's not that you have to remember all the year, but some years are there very important. You have to mention on your answer when you are writing 3 marks and 5 marks also. So Gandhi returned to India in January 1915. As you know, he had come from South Africa. Till that time he was in South Africa, and South Africa successfully he fought against a very bad system known as a racism, what we call apartheid system. Also in 9th class you read in constitutional designing chapter. So successfully he fight against the racism or apartheid system there. So that idea, that noble method at the time is satyagraha. So if question will come, what is satyagraha, or write a short note of satyagraha, what was the idea about satyagraha, means what was the idea given by the Gandhi about satyagraha, then you will write this answer with this point. The idea of satyagraha emphasizes the power of truth and the need to search for truth. right? This point is extremely important. You have to write when a question you find from satyagraha part. So what is an satyagraha? Satyagraha is an idea which told that the power of truth is utmost. We should find out what is the truth and we should give companion to the truth only. It suggested that if the cause was true, means if you are fighting for the true cause, you are against the illegal injustice, then there is no need of physical force. The truth and non-violence is enough to fight against that, right? Oppression means opposite. This one will be your second point. What will be your third point? Third point is all about, it is not a passive resistance, it is an active resistance, because passive resistance is the weapon of the weak, and Gandhi found that the Indians are so strong to make raise their voice against the British government and their illegal policies and program. Then on the same point you will write that in that third point you wrote, satyagraha was not a passive resistance, it is an active resistance, and satyagraha is not a physical force, it's an extreme pure soul force, right? This one will be a third point. Fourth point you will write that Mahatma Gandhi believed that satyagraha, that this means Mahatma Gandhi believed that this satyagraha is the supreme dharma of non-violence which can united all the Indians against the British government. So these are the idea of satyagraha. Gandhi told that satya means truth, agraha means we should put interest on the truth. We should not use the physical force, we should use our soul force, which is truth and non-violence. If any doubt, please write it in the comment. I will explain that again. Then next we will go to the next part which is very important, one more question as well as map point. I will show the map point when I will explain all the chapter. In the last I will show you the map point. Only 10 to 11 points are there, and mostly 100% you will get 2 marks from that 10 to 11 points. Okay, so here you will see that when Gandhi explained the ideas of satyagraha, people are inspired and motivated. Gandhi successfully organized 3 satyagrahas. One is Champaran Satyagraha, one is Kheda Satyagraha, and one is Ahmedabad Satyagraha. What was the means? Usually, what was the map point I saw? Never they asked about write Champaran, or they never told that write the where the Kheda Satyagraha was there in the map point. They will ask the question very indirectly, so you should understand why these satyagrahas was there, what are the novel causes are there, right? What were the involvement at the time? See, first Champaran was happened in 1917. So many students confused that it is 1916 or 17. Even when I explain in 2017 and 16 batch, 2017-16 batch, at the time what was the textbook, they mentioned 1916, 17 and 18. But actually if you will go to in depth, Gandhi went there in December. So that 1917 it is the fine involvement of Gandhi in Champaran. So you will find out the year Champaran Satyagraha in 1917, right? In 1917, which place Gandhi went for Satyagraha? That is Champaran. Champaran is the place in Bihar state, right? There people are forced, after that plantation work is being highly protested by the West Bengal people. Now British, at the time British government, they concentrate to Bihar for the plantation worker, like that opium, indigo and all such things. So there people are not so happy to do this plantation agriculture. So the peasant who are against the oppressive plantation system or plantation agriculture, to them only Gandhi joined, and Gandhi raised the voice against that you can take it a torture system. The peasant they didn't want, but at the time the government, British government, forced them to do that plantation agriculture. So question will come, just point out the map point, just point out the place where Gandhi protested against the British government for the plantation worker. You will write Champaran, Bihar, right? Second is all about Kheda. In 1917, Gandhi organized a satyagraha to support the peasant of Kheda district of Gujarat, right? Kheda district of Gujarat, you will find one thing there. They are also peasant. Here also peasant against the indigo plantation worker. But in the Kheda, Gandhi joined the peasant who raised the voice because of increased revenues, right? Here revenue is very important. They didn't want to pay the revenue because they faced the very difficulties, so much difficulties due to crop failure and plague epidemics. As they affected a lot on crop failure and plague epidemics, they are unable to pay the revenue. So Gandhi demanded that their revenue collection should be relaxed in Kheda. Then if we go to 1918, it is all about the Ahmedabad Satyagraha. That means Gandhi went to Ahmedabad, which is in Gujarat, to support the cotton mill workers. Cotton mill workers word is highly involved with Ahmedabad, right? Gandhi went to Ahmedabad, Gujarat to support the cotton mill workers, and Gandhi demanded two things, that their wage should increase and their working hours should decrease, right? This is all about three satyagrahas. Initial three satyagrahas Gandhi started before a mass movement, before non-cooperation movement and civil disobedience movement. Any mass movement started, that is these satyagrahas. That means Champaran Satyagraha, Kheda Satyagraha and Ahmedabad Satyagraha. Hope this 3 point is very clear for you. It's very important also, right? Then we will come to the next concept, which was the Rowlatt Act. Okay. Question will be, one more question will be, what was the Rowlatt Act? Answer will be from here. Answer will be from here to here. Rowlatt Act was an act which gave enormous power to British government to repress the political activities, to allow the detention of political prisoner without trial for 2 years. That means this Rowlatt Act gave extreme power. Enormous power means huge, more power. Enormous word is huge or more. Power to whom? The British government, to decrease the political activities. When Gandhi came, so many plus satyagrahas started, people raised the voice against British government. They want to suppress, they want to decrease that momentum of this movement or ideas at that time, and allowed detention of political prisoners. They allowed to arrest, detention means arrest, any political people without trial, without bail for 2 years. Once they got that opportunity, if any political people, any person, any leader raise the voice against British government, you just arrest them for 2 years without bail. Are you thinking it is unjust law, legal law? Obviously not. It is such an unjust law at that time. It is such an unjust law, means positively unjust law, that one. So that will be the next question, that why Gandhi started Hartal against the Rowlatt Act. Neither question will come, that question will be a 3-mark question, that why Gandhi started the Rowlatt Satyagraha, right? Answer will be, start again from this point. First you have to write in the first point what is Rowlatt Act. Second point you will write in the Imperial Legislative Council. Imperial Legislative Council means the British Council where the Indian member also there. So in the Imperial Legislative Council, the Indian members positively they are against of this unjust law, right? So this act has been hurry-burry passed by the British member only, whereas the united opposition of the British member. As Gandhi found this is such unjust law, that's why only Gandhi started the Rowlatt Satyagraha or Hartal on 6th April. Hartal, so many students are confused. Hartal means strike. Okay. Then we will come to the next part of our chapter. So what will be the question here? The question will be here, the rallies were organized in various cities. Workers went on strike in railway workshop and shop closed down. This is not the question. So what will be the question? Question will be how Rowlatt Satyagraha move. Neither how the Satyagrahis reacted in the Rowlatt Satyagraha, and again it is also a 3-mark question. It will be not a 5-mark question, it will be a 3-mark question, that how the Satyagrahis reacted in the Rowlatt Satyagraha. Neither question will come how the Satyagraha moved towards the end. That roller Satyagraha moved. Then you will write the first point here. The rallies were organized in the various cities. Workers went on the strike in the railway workshop and shops closed down. Then alarm by the population, that will be the first point. Second point, alarm by the popular officers. When so many people come to strike and rallies, then British government thought that they are going to attack the railway line or telegraph line. These things were going to be disrupted. That's why only British government decided to slow down the nationalists. For that, what they did, local leaders are picked from the Amritsar and Mahatma Gandhi was barred from entering Delhi. So at the time, positively they put the notice to Gandhi that you can't enter inside the Delhi, and at the time they told the local leaders, Amritsar, you should slow down. Neither they will pick them on the basis of roll attack. They will put them in the jail for the 2 years without any bail, right? And in the 10th April, one thing is happened which is very identical for the roller Satyagraha. So many people gather and they did a peaceful procession. But British government thought that they are going to attack on the post office or other mansion of British officers. That's why only they started fire upon the peaceful procession, right? And they only started the fire and they found that the movement will going to be very hard. That's why only they imposed the martial law after 10th April. Martial law is something nowadays you can understood as encounter. That means if you find any political officers or you find any political meeting or any political discussion, then you just kill them on the spot, right? Encounter them. That is the martial law is not exactly like that. For your understanding point, this is like that, and this martial law is headed by at the time General Dyer. General Dyer and martial law became a 1 mark question for you, and also 1 mark question you can find from this part. So this is all about how the roller Satyagraha moved towards and how the Satyagrahis reacted or what they did at that time. Next we will come to the next important point, that is Jallianwala Bagh incidents. What is Jallianwala Bagh incidents or how Jallianwala Bagh incidents happen? If you will find, then on 30th April in the infamous, very famous Jallianwala Bagh incidents happen. So you will start with on 13th April in Jallianwala Bagh, in a enclosed ground of Jallianwala Bagh, which is in Amritsar, Punjab. So many people gathered. Why? Two reasons are there. Some people came to discuss about the protective laws or what are the difficult law made by the British government, and many people come to celebrate their annual Baisakhi fair. Baisakhi fair is an harvesting festival in the Punjab. Means what are their harvestings? They gave it to God through the sacrifice of the Lodi and all, right? So to celebrating their Lodi means I use that word Lodi means they means set a fair, and what are the harvestings are there, they are giving to the fair. It's one type of yagya, you can tell, but in a very means song, dance and very fun and amusing way, right? Okay, we'll come to our first point. First point is all about in the Jallianwala Bagh incidents. That Jallianwala means date is 13th April, place is Jallianwala Bagh, Amritsar, Punjab. So many people gathered to celebrate the annual Baisakhi fair, and some people came to protest against the government new repressive measures. And this Jallianwala Bagh is very away or far from the city, so they didn't know about the martial law. They are very unaware. You should write this word. They are unaware about the martial law as they are outside from the city. So when General Dyer got this news of this, so many people gathered to protest against the government's new repressive measures, Dyer at that time came to Jallianwala Bagh, enter into that area, block all the exit point and open fire on the crowd, and killing hundreds at that time. So this is all about the Jallianwala Bagh incidents if it will come. Many times they gave correct the statement or fill in the blanks, or in the MCQ you will find why General Dyer did so. So his main objective or aim was there, he declared at that time openly, he declared his objective or main aim was to produce a moral effect. So what was that moral effect? To create a terror or awe in the mind of Satyagrahi. He want to terrorize the people. He want to make the people to scare about the British government. No one should raise the voice. No one should discuss about the repressive policies. That's why only he did such inhumane activities. It's a very inhuman activities. Amanus, what we call so-called Amanus activities, right? This is all about Jallianwala Bagh. What is the key point? You should mention the date, the place, the purpose why that much of people are gathered. Then they are actually unaware about the martial law as they are away from the cities. And what General Dyer did, enter to the area, block the exit gate, open fire and killing hundreds. And never forget what is the main objective to do so. Right, did so. Then we'll come to the next part. Next part question will be, why Gandhi called off the roller satyagraha? Why Gandhi stopped? The Gandhi only started in 6th April. Gandhi only started the Hartal or roller satyagraha. Why he stopped or called off the roller satyagraha? So answer will be, as the new law of Jallianwala Bagh spread, so many people took to the street in many North Indian towns. As you know, Punjab is in North India, so in many North Indian towns, people came to road, they raised the voice, they started strike, they clashed with the police, even they attacked the British building. This one will be your first point. Second point, the British government also not sit silent. British government responded with a very brutal repression, seeking to humiliate and terrorize people. Their main objective was there, we should humiliate and terrorize the people, so they should be silent and they should follow all the rules made by the British. So at that time, Satyagrahis are forced to rub their nose on the ground. Imagine what is the terrible things they did at that time. They crawl them on the street. You can find a picture also here. You can picture, see how the people are crawling orders. They are taking, so many sipahis are there, they are crawling to the people on the road. So they crawl on the road, they are telling to rub their nose. Why nose? Why not other part? Nose is the means part is a matter to pride, you know. So many times even I also told you people, don't cut my nose there. That means what? Here you people are my pride somehow, right? So they told them, sorry, okay, they told the people to crawl on the street and rub the nose on the ground and do salam to the sahibs. Do salam to the sahib means here the, who are the sahibs? Sahibs are the British officers, right? They told to the people to do salute to the sahibs. Just 1 minute, let me to bring that one. Yes. So when and at the time people are flogged and villages are bombed, and here one more question is there, which village was bombed at the time is Gurjanwala, which is in Punjab at the time, but now it is in Pakistan. So people are flogged, villages are bombed, people are terrorized and humiliated in a very bad way. When Gandhi saw that the violence is spreading in a very bad manner, Mahatma Gandhi called off this movement, right? As the news of Jallianwala Bagh spread, people came to street. Indians, they started strikes, they clashes with the police, they attack on the British building. Then the British government also responded in the same brutal repression. They terrorize and humiliate the people. Satyagrahis are forced to rub their nose on the ground, crawl on the street, do salute to the sahibs. All these things happen. Village where people were flogged. Flogged means one. They are giving multifarious one warning and all. Villages were bombed to terrorize the people. That's why only Gandhi called up the roller satyagraha. Hope this part is clear. I told one time, I repeated also one time. If rather than any doubt, please write it on the comment. Then we will go to the last part of the first part of our chapter, that is Khilafat movement. So roller satyagraha had been widespread movement. It will still limited mostly to the cities and town. South Indian, East Indian people, they didn't know about the roller satyagraha and all. But at the time, Mahatma Gandhi felt that we should make a movement that every Indian should know, every Indian should involve, right? But at the time there is a huge difference in between different religions, especially in between Hindu and Muslim. One things happened, Gandhi got a way to unite them, that is Khilafat movement. From where Khilafat started, you will find after the First World War, Ottoman Empire Turkey was in the part of what? Loser side, because it is in the part of central power, Ottoman Empire Turkey. So when the First World War finished, Ottoman Empire Turkey became the defeat. At the time a rumor spread a lot. Rumor means it's a news which spread very fast without any base of truth. So many times when I explain these things in my class, I also told that this rumor, if you want to spread, you should tell this to in street. You find in your neighbors some aunties are there. If you tell something, means now only, you just wait to 4 o'clock or evening, the entire things, means morning you will tell that things, and in evening the entire city will get that news, right? So this is called as rumor, something that no base of value, no base of truth, no such means ground of things that happen or not happen, no one examine and they spread the news, and that only spread in a very fast manner, right? So at that time, rumor, akhwa, yes, that word is akhwa, afwa. The rumor that rumor was that a harsh peace treaty was going to sign in between whom? British government and Ottoman Empire Turkey. Why I am giving importance to Ottoman Empire Turkey? Because at that time the Ottoman Empire is known as Khalifa. What is Khalifa? The spiritual head of Islamic religions, right? So at that time the Ottoman Empire or Ottoman Turkish king was known as the Khalifa. Khalifa, one more question again will come. What is Khalifa? The spiritual head of Islamic world. So what will be the first point when you are writing Khilafat movement? You will write, after the First World War, when Ottoman Empire Turkey became the loser, one rumor spread very fast that one harsh peace treaty is going to sign in between Ottoman Empire, means Khalifa, and the British government, right? So to defend the Khalifa's temporal power, to keep the temporal power, goodness of the Khalifa as it is, the Khilafat movement started over all the world. So a Khilafat committee also formed in the Bombay in March 1919. So that Khilafat committee headed in India, it is headed by Ali brothers, young generation like Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. When Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali discussed with Gandhi that how the movement will take place, how will take the action, at that time Gandhi realized that it is the right time to bring Hindu and Muslim under one umbrella, right? So at the Kolkata section of Congress in September 1920, he convinced the other leaders that we need to start the non-cooperation movement in the support of Khilafat as well as Swaraj. So that Kolkata section, September 1920, also a very important point for the map. Khilafat movement will come means you have to write this point, and for map point of view, this is very important that INC section 1920 September, that is in Kolkata. Why I am giving importance? Because 1920 December also another section happened. You will find non-cooperation movement here. You will find 1920 December section. It's happened in Nagpur, right? But 1920 Congress September section in Kolkata. Students are confused. Lot of time these things you should note, right? Okay. First part we finished here. Second part will be non-cooperation movement, and we'll discuss it in the next video. Thank you.